Hi everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Ethan. I'm a photographer in Portland, Oregon. And I'm feeling a lot of you don't know me because a bunch of you subscribed to me in the last month. My video that I put out last 3 weeks ago or whatever about all my cameras that I have took off in a way that I was not expecting, and it was very strange to watch. So a lot of you don't know who I am. So I'm a filmmaker and a photographer, and I just like making photos. That's just kind of what I do here. I've been making photos and like playing with cameras for about 10 years now. Started with filmmaking. I was kind of into acting for a while, got my own camera, started making my own movies, and I had this camera laying around, so I was like, well, I should learn how to take pictures with it too. So took some photo classes in college, and the hobby has kind of, steamrolled into kind of a life of its own here. So I'm just along for the ride at this point. Anyways, I would like to have put out a video sooner, but I'm here now. Probably wondering what took me so dang long to show my dang face around here. I just shot a movie. It was up in Yakima, Washington, and I was the director of photography for that project. And I thought it'd be really fun to also bring a film camera with me and shoot a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. That will not be in this video. It'll be down the road here, but I shot like 6 rolls of film over the course of like 10 days on 2 different cameras. I had my Leica M5 with me that I shot all color on. Then I had my Pentax Zoom R70 that I used to shoot only black and white. So I had like these 2 cameras going, like a cheap little point and shoot, and then I had my Leica, and I was kind of bouncing around. I was passing the point and shoot off to people on crew to go take pictures. So I'm excited to see what those are gonna look like when they're all done. I just dropped them off at the lab today. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll have those start developing. I don't know when I'm gonna start showing them though, because the movie isn't quite done yet, and it won't be done for like a while. So we'll see, I'll let you know. Those pictures might come out sooner, they might come out later. I have some ideas about what I'm gonna do with those pictures. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. I'm not sure yet, so bear with me. I guess this video, sorry for this super long intro, this is more of a vlog at this point than a proper camera thing, it feels like, but we'll see. I wanted to really quickly go over a new lens that I got that I finally have started to get acquainted with, and I feel like I can finally talk about like my thoughts on this lens. So I got a cool lens for my Leica. Let me bring it over here. Oh geez, I can't quite reach it. Normally I shoot with a 35mm lens. I really love 35mm. It's my favorite focal length to shoot. In researching and kind of like starting to look at more photographers, like older photographers, people that have been influencing me and breaking down some of their work, a lot of them do use tighter focal lengths. And I've kind of been grappling with my relationship with the 50mm lens. Do I like 50mm? Do I not? Because whenever I shoot with it, I always feel super weird. I feel like I'm getting odd angles. I feel like I'm way too close, or I feel like I can't get far enough back from my subject, unless it's a person. If it's a human, it's not as weird, but if I'm shooting like landscapes or street or whatever, it just feels weird. But a lot of photographers that I really like, they do use a 50mm lens. So I've been like, okay, is there some way I can fix this relationship? And so I've been looking online for a while. I was like, maybe I should get a 50mm for my Leica just to try it out. I can also use it on like this camera, my video camera. I don't know, just something new, something to spice up the pot a little bit. I was browsing on KEH, and a 50mm TT Artisan lens came up. It was the 50mm f1.1. And I was like, ooh, that's really tempting. That 1.1 aperture especially, that'd be really fun to play around with. And I was like so close to pulling the trigger, but I waited. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna pull it. I'm gonna think about this for a while. And so I thought about it for like at least a month of just going back and forth on, do I really need another lens for my Leica? Because when I bought it, I thought, I was only gonna own one lens for my Leica, and that was it. I only needed one, which is gonna be a 35mm, and that was all I was gonna roll with. But the more I thought about it, the more I really wanted to have another option. And again, I was thinking, well, f1.1 would be really useful for my video work. I really love the look of the cinematography in the movie Army of the Dead, which Zack Snyder directed. And I was like, well, that super shallow depth of field, they were using a f0.95 lens. So this would kind of give me a similar result, and I could try that out with some projects, and it'd just be kind of like a fun, alternative lens to use every now and again. And I was already thinking about getting an f1.8 50mm prime lens for my EOS R. So it was kind of already something I was thinking about. And so after a lot of going on to KH website, staring at the lens, looking at videos, tons of YouTube research, I finally pulled the trigger. As you can see, I got it in the lens in silver. That was just the one they had, and I kind of like the black and silver, you know, camera look. It looks pretty neat to me. So yeah, so I got this. I've had it for a little over a month now at this point, and I've been shooting on it whenever it feels appropriate. I didn't bring this one with me on the movie shoot that I was doing. I brought my Voigtlander 35mm, but this has been a very, very nice lens to use. And actually just coming off of shooting a bunch of street photography today, while I haven't gotten those photo results back, this was a really refreshing lens to use for street photography. Mainly because it's something that's really new to me. I really haven't done street photography all that much. Today really felt like my first real street photography experience. Like I went kind of all in, and you'll see more of what I mean when that video comes out in the future. But it gave me a lot of reach, and because I was usually probably shooting across the street at subjects or like down the street, and it gave me that wide look that I wanted, in the sense of like, you still got context. I wasn't getting right up in people's faces. But after getting to kind of shoot with this, run around with it, it was just, this has been a great lens to use. The f1.1, I'm really happy with how like the lens holds up when it's really wide open. Like I was worried about, you know, like chromatic aberration, or just like the image just looking so soft and out of focus, not in like a bokeh way, but in like the elements just aren't sharp way. And I've been pleasantly surprised with the fact that this lens is pretty dang sharp at 1.1. It's definitely not something I would use all the time. I've hardly used f1.1. I've really only done it if I'm shooting a lower ISO film indoors, and then even then I'm shooting at a distance most of the time. But it is fun to see pictures come back on film that have such a crazy shallow depth of field, because I'm used to shooting at like f5.6 to f11, somewhere in there. So to see f1.1 come in, it's like, oh my goodness, there's a crazy level of depth that I'm just not used to. And so it's been a very like fresh take for film photography for me, using this lens, and using it for video is something I'm excited to try out. So yeah, it's been a cool lens. I like the results I've gotten. So yeah, I guess if you need a f1.1 lens, the TT Artisan one is not a terrible choice. It's very affordable. That's the other thing, was like trying to find an affordable 50mm lens for my Leica, because I'm never going to be able to afford like, you know, a crazy nice Summilux or whatever. That's good with me. I'm fine. This has been a good alternative. Yeah. I'm also trying to think about just like, okay, so the M5 is a huge camera, and this is a huge lens. I can't imagine anyone rocking this hefty lens on like an M3 or like an M6 or any of the normal size Leicas. I feel like this lens is like made for the M5, just on the fact that the M5's body is so large as it is. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a piece of random thought, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little fried today because of being out in the hot sun, but yeah, that's what I've been up to, is just shooting some film all over the place. Summer has been busy, and it's hard to make YouTube videos sometimes, but I'm gonna be making videos as much as I can, as frequently as possible. That's always the goal, is to be working on another YouTube video. So this one's kind of short. I just wanted to get something out there, say hi to everyone. If you like this video and you aren't subscribed, you should stick around. If you are subscribed and you have made it this far in the video, let me know what kind of photography you like, and I just want to get to know you too. Say hi in the comments. I don't know. It's not necessarily about like what video I'm gonna make next. It's just more about like, who are you? I wanna know who you people are. Follow me on Instagram. That's like the easiest place. Instagram and Threads. Threads is a thing now also that happened, I think, since my last video. So follow me on Threads. That's a fun spot. I've been enjoying that a whole lot. And Grainery, if you're feeling really cool, you wanna find me on there. That's where I post other stuff too. Okay, this video is getting out of hand. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching this video. You're beautiful, I love you. Thanks for being here. The channel is better because you're here, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be a more exciting video than this, so stay tuned. All right, peace out. See you later.